My name's Bishop Joseph Gininji. I usually preach the gospel. I'm a minister of the Word of God, and I have been married for 21 years, and I thank God for that.
My name is Sally Githinji. Githinji is the man who is seated right here with me, besides me, and I am a pastor. We preach the gospel together with him, I think for the last time ever, because even while we were courting, we were still preaching the gospel together. So that should be around 24 years of being together, you know, preaching the word, and then 21 years of being married. Yes, I'm also a marriage counselor, and I'm also a mentor. Let me first say who approached who, because in our days, it's different from nowadays, yeah? In our days, when we were young, that is, it would be very difficult for a young lady to approach a man. It would be like impossible. That's not something of a question like I'm seeing like this guy is in love and is not coming out to say, you know, to propose, so let me do it. It was impossible. But I'll say he did approach me, and he'll tell us the story of how we met. Yes.
We come from the same village in Kiambu. Actually, their home where she grew up from our place is like a kilometer away, or maybe slightly less than that. And so it happened that one particular time, near their home, there used to be a very sick woman. And then, that time when she was still in secondary school and she became born again, when they closed school, in their village, she was known to be that girl that would come to door witnessing and praying for people. She was known as such. And so, and me, from the other side of the village, I was known to be a young guy who was praying for people, and miracles happened. So through that, that sick woman, because she was almost like dying, she had even shaved her hair. And she said, okay, fine, before I die, I want that girl that comes to do door-to-door witnessing to come and pray for me before I just die. And before I die, the same day, I want that young man called Jose. I used to be called Jose that time. I didn't even have the title of a pastor or a bishop. But they said, I want Jose to come and pray for me. So I think that was on a Wednesday evening, if I still remember. Those are many years ago. And so it happened that we met in that house of that lady, close to their home. Actually, we had not even met. I had not even seen her. That was my first time to see in that house a very tiny girl, 1 GB, in a red jacket, very powerful and very passionate about Jesus. So we happened to meet in that house. And then she was coming to pray for the lady, to make sure that the lady's life is well in the spirit, because she was like, I'm giving up and I'm going to die. And then I came to pray for her. And that day is when we met. But the lady didn't die. We prayed, she got delivered, she got healed, and then she lived.
13 years more.
So what happened was, from that particular day, we started, after she was delivered, we started the fellowship there, in that home. And she was coming, you know, I would come preach. She's the one who is leading praise and worship. And in that process of leading praise and worship, we started the biology, chemistry, science, and
the rest is history.
Just like that.
I think number one, we love traveling a lot, both of us. We really love traveling. I mean, with him, I've traveled, I don't know, so many places, just to adventure. And sometimes it's unplanned. We can just decide next week we will go to this place. We don't necessarily have to sit down and really plan. We can say we need a break from the environment of ministry, a break from the environment of home, and we just decide to travel. And we have adventured a lot. Actually, we were saying, I think now in Kenya, we wonder where we'll crisscross again. We've really adventured. That's one of the things we love doing together so much. Personally, I love cooking for him nice meals. personally. Yes, I do. Now that he taught me how to cook, I love cooking for him nice meals. That one I do. And I also do love doing for him his facials. Yes. Yes. I think that's those were one of our greatest wins. Yes.
I think what I enjoy most is when I do something and she's happy. It makes me happy. So I always try to do my best. Whether maybe at times she'll tell me, cook for me this meal, cook for me this, do for me this. If she's happy, I can always do it again for her. And we're always happy almost every now and then. Can't even remember when we quarreled last. We do things. My joy is to see her happy. As much as she can be happy, I'm always happy. But actually, like she has said, we do a lot of traveling. We can travel places, just go and have a good time there, talk, and we're always talking. I don't even know what we're talking about. We're always talking. We always chat. We are chatting. We are in the car and we are somewhere, we are chatting through the phone.
We can even be here with people and we are chatting.
It's just like that. That's how we just connect.
And again, there's something else we love so much, and I had some people say the other day, we love surprising one another during birthdays. I mean, his birthday cannot go unnoticed and celebrated big. So it's like our competing area. You know, like I throw a bash for him, I do something huge, and then he says, I will repay next year, you will see. So those were one of our greatest strengths is that also on our birthdays, we really love surprising one another and like competing, you know? Like I want to do it better than he did it for me. And then each year it gets bigger, it gets better and better and better. Yes. I keep telling people this, they laugh. I know you assume Mr. Inez Angushwa, you know, in this generation. But he told me one day we were in a matatu, we were traveling from Kiambu to the city, and he said, I can be anywhere with you, even if they can throw me in a sewage. It's going to smell like a perfume. You know, that's what he told me. And I keep reminding him that when we have challenges, I tell him, do you remember what he said? If you're thrown in a sewage, it's going to be like a perfume. And to me, I normally say, it doesn't matter which kind of a situation it is, we can get the best out of it. If he could think that we can get the best out of a sewage to become a perfume, then we can get the best of any situation. So I keep reminding him that. The other thing I would say that is very memorable for me, of course, is our wedding. Of course, is our wedding. Yes, to me that was very memorable because I'd never even dreamt that I could have that wedding gown, you know, and walk down the aisle, you know, and he gave me that moment of being able to have a wedding, and it was a big wedding for that matter. That was a memorable moment for me. And I think the next memorable moment for me, I think I should also talk about me being a mother also. Yes, the fact that I hadn't been a mother there before, and I was able to carry through our firstborn. And to me, I am so privileged and honored to have him as a husband because I didn't pull through carrying our baby and pull through raising our boys. Actually, I normally say he raises the kids more than I do. He does raise them more than I do. I mean, he's there as a father figure, and he's not just there to be the father figure. You know, ule mzee anakuanga kwa nyumba, no. But he's always there to guide them and to help them in most of the things. It's like even in our house, most of the times we share the duties. So to me, all those are memorable moments, yes. We say like, who will prepare the kids to school? Hii wiki ni yangu, ile wiki ni yake, you know. We share. There's nothing like a big deal for him to feel that nitaamuka, I'm a man, why should I be preparing kids? He does it. Yes. All those for me are memorable moments. Yes. Yes.
I think for me, what I enjoyed most at the very beginning, I can't say even talk about the wedding because in the wedding day I had a lot of pressure because we had targeted like 300 people. And almost 2,000 people came for the wedding. So I had a lot of headache. My most memorable day
was the dowry.
Is the dowry. I keep remembering that day. We had like 10 small cars, white in color. And when we landed their place, they were like, we are not even negotiating anything. Tell us what you have, pay, pick the girl. That is what I really keep in my memory. It has been in my heart for that long. And I think it's going to be there for forever. The dowry day is my day. But maybe after we stay like maybe 30 years, we may come to do another wedding. I don't know. We think about that.
Yes.
But I enjoyed more, you know, the day of when I went to pay the dowry. It was just something else. And then what is still in my mind is the day we became 3. We used to be 2. I went to the hospital. I couldn't believe it. I saw a baby. I looked at the baby.
So
the baby
tiny.
had 2 eyes. The baby had ears. I could not believe, and even up to now, I've never comprehended the whole thing. It was so amazing for me, for us now to become 3. That is something else that I have kept in my heart. And the other thing that is always memorable is her smile. By the way, she's a very happy woman. Eh? I keep admiring that smile. And when that smile is not there, it's a big issue for me. I keep asking her, what's happening? Is there an issue? Where is the smile? That is almost something that I keep looking up to see almost on a daily basis.
Yes.
I love her smile.
Thank
Yes.
I think one of the reasons why people are no longer compatible with each other is because they have unrealistic expectations when they're getting, you know, in the marriage union. If you listen to many young people right now, they say things like, I want to get married to this man who has already, you know, a well-established business. I have to get married to this man who has, you know, driving a V8. I have to get this married to this man who lives in this posh estates and so far. I don't want to get married to somebody who is still paying their rent. And they have so many unrealistic and very high expectations. It's good to have goals, it's good to have visions, but we should understand that in every goal and in every vision, you start zero climbing up. You don't start up, you start somewhere, and then you walk, you know, you walk up the ladder. So I think one of the reasons is that because of those expectations, once they get into the union, they're getting so frustrated. They're not ready to really be patient and wait for growth, to see that they are growing together, you know, with the man, especially the ladies. And I say I fear and I feel sometimes for the boy child, because the ladies are so empowered that they want this high kind of a life. That's what they want. That's where they want to begin. And let me tell you something. The kind of a man these young girls are looking for, those, I would say, those are married men. Men who are already well established in businesses, men who are already, you know, driving these big and posh cars, men who are already, you know, living in those, you know, estates. Those are people who are already married. A man who really knows how to even dress up is a man who is married, because most likely there's a woman behind him who's dressing him up. So these girls want someone who is put together, all put together in everything, finances, you know, in their image, how they look, put together. But that person could be having a woman who has helped them grow to that past place. And that's why you've seen also the divorce rate is very high, and you know, mupango wa kando things is very high, because now the young girls are looking for those men who are already married and established. So the thing I would tell young people right now is that you have to get someone you can grow together with. It is such a beauty. I mean, when I was getting married to him, totally, he didn't have anything. Can I say this? That even dressing was an issue. You know, those days they had a fashion. They were wearing 3/4 trouser, and then with suit, not a trouser, suit.
Sports shoes.
And then with sports shoes, alafu socks are high. So okay, I want to. Then I would look at him and wonder, I mean, what kind of a look is this? And then when he would wear the suits, they were so big. It wasn't like fitting. I would look at him and see, okay, the suit is nice, but it is big. So one day I told him, can we go to shop with you when you're doing your shopping your suit? So we went, and then he said, give me size 54. That's what he said, give me size 54. So the guy gave him, he wore. Then I told the guy, give him size 52. Then he was given 52. He wore. I told the guy, give him size 50. Then he did size 50. I told him, that is your suit. You see? I told him, that's what you should wear. He's been doing 54. Yani, this kanini hangs here, you know. But then now I had to really begin to make him. It's like, that's what I normally say. God gives you the raw material. Now from the raw material, you produce what you want. That is, you produce what you want. So I'll tell the young people outside there, and especially girls, be patient. Get somebody you can start life together with, someone you can dress up, someone who can tell this is how you do, this is how you groom yourself, this is how you do ABCD. Don't expect that they know everything. Start with them there. Start from that one room. Grow from there to 2 rooms of a house, to 3 rooms, to your own maisonette or your bungalow, whatever, but grow from there. That is the beauty of being, of marriage. And don't have fear, thinking that maybe I will help him, in his endeavors, help him in all his life and build him up, and then he leaves me. No, don't have those kind of fears, because if you have God in you, also in putting God in the marriage, God is going to help you. So those are 2 things. Don't have unrealistic expectations, and when you get to marriage, be patient with one another, grow together. Yes.
Yeah, I think the starting point as a man of God, I would say it is very important for young people to pray, to pray about their spouses. Because what I know is that we have a God that leads the steps of his people. That should be the starting point. As a young girl, as a young man, you need to keep praying about your spouse, because it's about finding. The Bible says whoever finds a wife finds a good thing. How do you find this wife? You need to pray, because you don't know where they are. You need to trust God that one day he's going to lead you to where your wife is.
Yes.
Like he led me. We just met somewhere. I didn't even expect it. And I'm not like objecting anything. Even on Facebook, you can get someone and you move along. I've seen couples do very well, even from Facebook.
Yes.
But we need to be a people that trust God to help us get our wives. And once we do that, I want to tell you the truth, God will give us the grace even to sustain that marriage. One of the things that I will advise young people is not to raise the bar too high. If you can just get someone that you see you're moving along and you love, you don't have to feel like, you have lost marrying someone who has nothing. When we married, we had nothing, absolutely nothing. We were using matatus. We were walking places. And we didn't even have an idea that we were ever going to own anything. We didn't have a house, we didn't have nothing. But right now we have been blessed with houses, with so much. So girls or men should not marry people because of what they have. But they should always look for someone and marry because of who they are. And the bottom line should be, do I love this person? Love should be the key. Look for somebody that you love. And don't marry someone because you're feeling pity. Oh yeah, now I just want to marry you. I'm feeling mercy on you. Now, no. Marriage is not about that. Because a marriage that is not founded on love, it won't go far. I can say the 21 years we've been married, what has kept us going is love. Because we love each other. And we don't pretend. It's not pretense. We love each other. And that is what has kept us going. I think it's important for the young people to understand that. It's not about material things. Material things can come and vanish. Money comes and goes. But love will never fade. If it is well taken care of, it will grow. All what you need to know is to know how to love your wife, keep loving, keep fanning up the love, and that one is going to keep you going and make your marriage, very stable, and something that people can look up to and admire. That should be the key thing. And again, also, this WhatsApp love, because most of the people now are into WhatsApp. They demonstrate love through messages that they send. I think they need to come to a point where they can do it in reality. When they meet, let them communicate what they communicate on WhatsApp. Because most of the people don't do that. They can chat very well on phone. They can talk big on phone. But when they meet, they are not even able to mention one word. They are just there asking, each other. Otherwise, such. They need to pick it from there and demonstrate that love to each other. And when they do that, and also not to forget about God. Always know that marriage initially was started by God, And anything that was started by God, for it to do well, then you have to bring God on board. Fear God. And when you make a decision on any woman, I want to tell you, all women are beautiful the same. They are the same. The difference is always exposure. I shouldn't go there and start admiring another lady, another woman. If I see a nice outfit, a dress, I should even go and try to inquire, where did she get it from? And I buy for her and make her the kind of a woman that I need. Anyone can get satisfaction from the woman that God has given them.
Yes.
So we should be greedy. Even if you're giving the whole world, like Solomon, he married like, he had almost like 2,000 women. And he ended up saying, I have come to realize it's always vanity. So we need to make a firm decision and follow it. And as we do that, by the end of the day, if we trust God, God is going to help us come up with a very good marriage. My sweetheart, I want to say that you have been a great woman.
Yes.
And I cannot even imagine living my life without you. You have been so loving, you have been so sweet, that's why I call you sweet. And I don't use in that name to any other woman. It has only been you. And I want you to know something. Even if there was going to be like a reverse gear, to be asked for another opportunity to marry, even if you're in Egypt and there are no flights, I'll come on foot. Make sure that
nice. Thank you.
I get to where you are.
Yes.
Don't worry about the lions I'll meet on the way. I'll fight them.
Yes.
To make sure that I don't have someone that I tell that you're sweet and that you're lovely and that you're wonderful.
Thank
I want
you.
you to know that you're the best.
Yes.
And I can't imagine living with someone else. We move along so well.
Wow.
Always feel loved by these men.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know I've said this, but I want to say it again. That in a million of men, you're outstanding. There's a big difference between you and all the men in the world. Your heart is very kind, you're very patient, and you're very loving. And I deeply appreciate your love. And I want to let you know that I love you back the same. And even more. That my heart loves you. From the first time that we met till now, I can't say that I've regretted anything. You've made me feel I am a woman. And I'm a woman worth love and a woman worth of all attention. You've shaped my life in many ways. Shaped whom I am today, shaped as a mother, as a pastor, as a woman, all around you have shaped my life. I would say that you're a pillar and a strong pillar in my life. They say that in heaven there will be no marriages, but I just wish. If God would come and say, what would you wish? I would say, I would wish that in heaven there was marriages, so that I will go with you there and still marry you again and live the rest of my life with you. That would be my greatest joy. But for the time that God has given us together here on earth, I want to enjoy every second and every day with you.
Wow.
That's why I always call you honey and my sweetheart and my sugar cane.